Hey everybody, Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, and today got another fun one for you because it just seems like we're having all sorts of fantastic things happening in Magic the Gathering lately. So, Wizards did a social media poll, which, kudos to them for wanting to hear feedback, but it was about Spider-Man and recent products, and I saw this thing pop up, so I took the survey myself while it was up, and there were a couple questions in there that were a little bit odd. And so the big one you probably have seen if you're anywhere on social media is, to what degree did negative influencer commentary impact your perceptions of Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man before the set released? Negative influencer commentary. Well, as I believe it was Infinitoken's account pointed out, this is kind of an oddly worded question because 5 is greatly improved my perception. So did the negative commentary improve your perception of Spider-Man? So beyond the wording here is it just, I don't know. I'm new to the Magic the Gathering content creator space, and I try to keep things pretty positive. And I will admit, and I apologize if this affected any of you, but I have openly admitted when I am excited for or when I am not excited for a set. I don't think I have ever really called a set trash yet. I think there's been some really poorly designed sets or sets that didn't go off, but I think for Spider-Man specifically, I said I wasn't excited for it, and that remains true. I'm not going to say that I'm excited for something that I'm not, but that also doesn't mean that someone else can't be excited for or like a set. That being said, that's not the real issue here. The real issue here is, me as a very tiny minnow in a very big Magic the Gathering content creator pond, I see creators that love the game as much as I do. Like, I love Magic the Gathering, and I see folks like the Prof, like Pleasant Kenobi, like that Mill guy, and many others, right? Like, just, they were talking about Spider-Man. And, there's going to be people that say that they were all bandwagoning to hate on Spider-Man, but I don't think that's the case. I think in a lot of cases, I watched their content. I watched, the Prof's content and everybody else's content about it, and they had fair critiques of the set. I don't think that Magic the Gathering influencers are who caused the set to fail, right? If it indeed fail, which you don't put questions like this into a survey unless things are not going well. And like I said, my own anecdotal in another video, my own anecdotal evidence is that my local game stores say they're not having troubles getting allocations of the product, which is not normal. Normally, they have troubles getting second runs and things like that for any set. So, maybe not doing the best overall. But I think that Wizards needs to understand that having fair critiques of things happening with a set. So, things I saw brought up about Spider-Man were even things that I mentioned, right? Like, so I don't think, and I never did think, that Spider-Man, and I should have gone back and screenshot the text messages in my friend group. I don't think that Spider-Man as a sole hero was enough to carry an entire set. And I've mentioned that in past videos before too, is I don't think any one Marvel superhero can carry a set on their own, right? I don't think Captain America can do it. I don't think that Iron Man could do it. I don't think Thor could do it. Just like even if it were DC stuff, Batman's huge. I don't think Batman could carry a set by himself. I don't think Superman could carry a set by himself, right? I think that the Marvel set next year does stand a much better chance at succeeding because rather than focusing very narrowly on one superhero, where, you are, if you're targeting fans of superheroes, rather than just getting one niche, you are kind of scattershotting. And I think that set will do better than Spider-Man. The other things people brought up are the fact that, the set is a small set, right? 190 cards or something like that. And that isn't great. They adjusted how many cards are in a booster pack to 14, which again isn't great. And we know that this set was designed to be like an aftermath set, and that it was kind of altered to be a larger set, so a bunch of the cards feel phoned in. And that is not a criticism of the design team. To the design team, I still will say I feel so sorry for you that you guys are under so much pressure to design so many things to us. I think that slowing down the release of product would not only benefit us as the consumers and fans of Magic, but it would help you guys too. I know what it's like to work under a lot of pressure in a high stress job. It's not fun, and I do empathize with the rank and file workers that are put under these demands, because I know, at least at my job, I put a lot of pride and passion into what I do, because I want, and I do that for my fellow workers. And I know that the people who work on designing cards probably have a lot of passion. They want to be there for their fellow workers, and they probably love the hobby. But when they're put under these pressures, whether it's like expanding a set at the last moment, or having to design 7 sets for a year, some things are bound to miss. Also with Spider-Man, at least my critique, and this isn't something that I really talked about, but will now, is that I feel that the set is too self-contained, right? Like, the cards from it do not mesh well with sets outside of Spider-Man. Web slinging is kind of niche. It can be used outside of it, but a lot of the cards only interact with other cards from the set. You have cards that say when a spider hero, or a spider hero this, or a spider hero that, or even the cards that just say a spider. A lot of them are not in colors that spiders are traditionally in Magic the Gathering. And that's something that Seth from MTG Goldfish mentioned, is that, like, you have, I think it's Mary Jane, right? She's a green-white hybrid that's for spiders, but there aren't white spiders in Magic, so you can't really fit her into a commander deck with spiders unless you're doing it like a Morathon spider tribal, right? And so I think that there was a culmination of factors that caused this set to not perform well. And I don't think it was the influencers. The vast majority of the time, when I see anything negative coming from people like the Prof or MTG Goldfish and things like this, it's from a place of love. They love the game, and they don't wish ill on the set. Like, they don't want it to fail, and their critiques come because they want to see Wizards produce better, right? Because they love the game, kind of like I love the game. I only want to see the game succeed. I want to see better sets designed, right? I want to see the care, love, and time be able to be put into these sets. But that is the first question. So I'm this one already kind of left a bad taste. I saw a lot of very not happy people about this online, people from across the creator spectrum in Magic the Gathering. But then there was a follow-up question, and oh gosh, let me zoom out here. It says, you have indicated that you have seen and engaged with content made by influencers, YouTubers, streamers, etc. about Magic the Gathering, Marvel Spider-Man. Please specify the names of those influencers, YouTubers, streamers, etc. If you do not remember, please put none. Apparently, this was the follow-up question. I didn't see this one. I saw the other one when I took the thing, but I didn't see this one. But other people, multiple people, have the screenshots of it. And so, if I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second, these are probably questions that are pretty standard in a lot of things, but from what I understand, these don't appear in all of the set things. But to have this one follow immediately after, did negative commentary from influencers impact your decision, then to ask who they are. So, again, devil's advocate, if I were Wizards and my set did really well, and it helped by influencers, right? Like, so we'll say me. if you've watched any of my past videos, you know I'm extremely excited for Avatar: The Last Airbender because I love that set. I like the mechanics and the card designs I am seeing for that set. So I'm singing its praises, right? Now, like, as Wizards, you might want to know who's singing the praises of your product, right? Like, you'd be like, oh, this Hidden Gibbon guy, this Weston dude, he really likes Avatar: The Last Airbender. He helped us out a little bit. But that also becomes a parasitic kind of nature, right? Or not parasitic. What's the word? An imbalance of power dynamic. Because, you know, I'm sure that there's influencers and content creators who feel like they can't say what they want to say, even if it's fair critique of something, because they're afraid maybe I won't get into the ambassador program. Maybe Wizards will not look favorably upon me. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a tiny channel, this big, right? And very few people, outside of the random, I was very, very mad at the Secret Lair thing. I don't have the views, I don't have the clout that a lot of influencers do, right? So, Wizards, somebody my size typically would be like, well, can I really be critical of the upcoming Turtle set, or me as a Star Trek fan? Can I still feel comfortable can I criticize Star Trek in Magic the Gathering without invoking the Eye of Sauron, if you will, right? I think that content creators should have the freedom to praise the game where they feel they can praise the game. Me? Lord of the Ring, like, I'm not a Universes Beyond hater by any means. Like, some aren't for me. Some I think could have been done better. Some I don't think needed to be brought to the game. But others, like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, right? Avatar: The Last Airbender, I love those. And, like, although I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, I'm going to tell you that Final Fantasy is probably one of the best made sets I have ever seen in Magic the Gathering. I'll say it. But then, you know, I should also be able to say that, you know, Spiderman seemed uninspired. It kind of seemed phoned in, which was funny because it kind of feels like the current Marvel Burnout, right? Like, it's very on brand for Marvel Burnout. I should be able to say that, like, my concerns for TMNT coming up, right? I think that it doesn't have a chance to succeed because it is going to be a small set again, 190 cards. It's an IP that, although was very popular with people of my generation, millennials, it doesn't have the same, like, power that it once had culturally. I think that it's going to be cut out at the knees by Strixhaven, because Strixhaven comes out like 3 to 4 weeks after it, so it's not even going to get a chance to breathe. Especially with the current rate of spoilers, right? This set probably, Turtles probably won't even be released before we get the full spoilers, or close to the full spoilers, for Strixhaven, right? And so I should be able to have these fair critiques of Magic without having to worry about you know, reprisal or something like that. And for me, I'm a little bit more free than some of the mid to larger size creators, right? I'm not a Wizards ambassador. To me, like, if Wizards ever said, hey, you really like Avatar, we're going to send you, like, a common to show off, that would be very cool. I'd be very grateful for that. But it would not stop me from voicing my concerns and critiques about Magic the Gathering, because at the end of the day, I love this game, and the things that I am most passionate about is that this game is accessible to everybody and affordable to everybody, and that will remain my, like, guiding true light. Those two things, along with, I think that there's a place for everybody in Magic the Gathering. No matter where they come from, no matter who they are, I believe there is a place for you in our game. Because, like, this game has brought me so much love and so many friends and so much happiness. And questions like this, although can normally be seen as innocuous, like rewarding, I could also see this being used as, okay, well, you know, say they look at the Mill guy, right? I really like him, and also congratulations to him. I saw his post on YouTube, but he had some critiques of Spider-Man. Now, if somebody marks on here that they watched the Mill Guy's video and that influenced their decision to not buy Spider-Man because he had some critiques, what if Wizards contacts him and says they're not going to work with him anymore, not going to send preview cards anymore, or they don't even contact him, they just stop altogether, right? Kind of like a reprisal. A punishment for like, hey, we think you did us dirty. And companies have done this. There are a lot of companies that have done similar things. And Wizards is a company, so I don't think it is above doing similar things. Hell, we know that they are capable of doing things in that vein because we have seen what happened with the Aftermath leak, right? We saw the, tactical Pinkertons be deployed. But I know this is a bit more of a rambly video. I'm not up in arms and rage. I'm more sarcastic than anything. I replied to a few people on social media and creators, and I told my friends, I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry. Me telling my 400 subscribers that I wasn't excited for Spider-Man caused it to do poorly. I am very sorry. I'm sorry, Wizards, that I did that. I know that the entirety of the set succeeding relies on the hidden Gibbon here, so I will do better next time. That's how I'm taking it. It's kind of in stride. I'm just like, it baffles me, and the way I described it, both online and to my friends, it's like I'm not a huge Simpsons fan. I don't watch a lot of Simpsons, but it's the scene with Sideshow Bob where he just keeps stepping into rakes. And that's how I like it feels with Wizards right now. Is Sideshow Bob stepping on rakes constantly, right? Like we have the secret lair thing that myself and many were upset about a few days ago. We have this stuff which people were upset about, right? We have the increasing prices of Magic, which people are upset about, and it's just like we just keep stepping on rakes, and we just want to love the game. We just want to get out of the rake maze. But they just keep stepping on the rakes. But let me know what you think. And honestly, tell me honestly, if something I said influenced you one way or another about Spider-Man or other sets, let me know in the comments down below. As always, I am Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.